everyone, how's it going? Azren here. Hope you guys are doing well. In this video, I want to talk about 6 different sounds that many people find difficult to pronounce in French. And I want to give you a couple of different pieces of advice that hopefully make it a little bit easier to pronounce those sounds. The one thing I want to stress before we jump too far into the video is that, this video is not going to be a magic bullet for most of you. For most of you, it's just going to give you the right idea of what's happening in your mouth for you to go practice on your own and really master it. So that practice piece is really what's going to be what makes the biggest difference for you in order to be able to say these sounds correctly. Now, first and foremost is going to be the French U. So English, our U sound will sound something like a oo, right? Like ooh, something like that. But in French, it's not at all like that. In French, it's more of a oo. And so the way to say it, U, essentially is to first say the E sound. So you go E, and then you're going to round your lips. So you're going to go E, U, E, U, E, U. Now, a couple different things to be mindful of. Number one, as you're rounding your lips, you almost want to imagine pushing your lips forward, like going, if you really want to exaggerate it, it would look something like this. It would be like E. I'm almost imagine pushing your lips forward as you're going E. So E, push your lips forward. It should make that a lot easier to actually pronounce it U correctly. Okay? So that's the first sound. Our second sound is the French R. Now, the French R, unlike the English R, is pronounced really in the back of the mouth. You're looking at a sound that sounds something like or something like that. So it's basically the easiest way to imagine the sound is to pretend that you're gargling water, right? Because when you're gargling water, you take a sip and you're going, that's kind of what you're doing to stop the water from going down your throat. It's the exact same motion to make a French R. So just imagine or actually take a glass of water to get the feeling and go and gargle it. That's exactly what's happening to make that French R sound. What can often help is to practice words that have a C-R combination. Things like, I don't know, like je crois, right? Croix, for example, often for people is easier to say than other words, because the C, if you look linguistically or phonetically, the C sound is made also in the back of your mouth. It's the back of your tongue hitting your soft palate. And the h sound, like the French R sound, is also in the back of your mouth. So they're very close together in the mouth. So often a lot of people find a word like croix, like je crois, a lot easier than other words. Now let's move on to a couple more vowels. So in French we've got the vowel which is en, right? Some people find that vowel to be difficult. Good, thankfully it's actually relatively simple. All you've really got to do is go like you're saying the M sound and you're holding the M sound in English. Go and then open your mouth. So the second you open your mouth, you'll be saying the you'll be saying that sound correctly. People find difficult because it's actually a nasal vowel, and a language such as English or even many other languages don't really have nasal vowels. You're never pushing air out of your nose to say a vowel sound, right? That's a very French thing. It exists in a lot of languages, but French is definitely a language that has a lot of that. The remaining vowels that we're going to be talking about are also, a lot of them are nasal vowels. So you've got something like, for example, un, right? So we have the un sound, like le vin, j'ai faim, right? It's a very nasal sound. So you're pushing air out of your nose. One of the big things to try that can help with the sound is to say en, and then you want to imagine opening your mouth a little bit, and you want to imagine it's kind of like bringing your lips all the way back. So you're going, I want you to make that face in a lot of ways. So go, it's exaggerated on purpose, but when you bring your face back like that, or bring your lips back and go, so you're opening wide, pushing everything back, making it tight. When you're doing that, it's going to encourage you to push some more airflow through your nose, and that's going to give you that j'ai faim. Like I'm exaggerating on purpose, but it's going to encourage that sound to come out to create that sound. So you're going j'ai faim, le vin, right? So obviously when I speak normally, I'm not going j'ai faim, like it's not happening. But if you can get used to that and get used to the feeling of pushing some more air through your nose versus everything coming out of your mouth, it's gonna make that a lot easier. The other nasal sound we have is so things like nous allons, right? Things like that, that sound. That sound is, it's kind of like it's similar, but you really wanna close up. You wanna close your mouth, and you're going so you're really closing your mouth. You wanna almost imagine your jaw going forward a little bit. It's kind of like the where you're pushing things forward. You kind of want to do that with your jaw again. So you're going like you're pushing things forward. And you want to imagine the sound coming from the back of your mouth. So you're going so it's coming from the back. Start with an close your lips, push your jaw forward just a little bit. And imagine the sound coming really from the back of your mouth. Last but not least, we have our sound, right? The sound. This is pretty challenging for a lot of people. But essentially what you want to do is you want to start with an like an sound, like you're thinking about something in English, like it's almost like saying without the m. So you want to start off by going and then you want to round your lips a little bit. So you're going So you're doing that, so you're going so it's a round your lips, and again, you want to focus pushing things forward in your mouth. Push your lips a little bit forward, push your cheeks a little forward if you can. You're going things are moving forward as you're rounding your lips. So I hope that really helped you out. Now, as usual, as per any difficult sound in any language, the biggest thing is constant practice. That's really what's going to make the biggest difference for you. But hopefully that gives you the right idea and can give you the right mindset and some of the things that's happening in your mouth to be able to go and actually execute and be able to pronounce those sounds correctly. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.